I know people, colleagues of mine that have on me in rooms, and I got the information told back to me. Yeah, I go, this person said this in the room in front of these producers. I said, really? Why would they do that? I've never done anything to them.
Big Boy's Neighborhood. All righty, back in the neighborhood. Godfrey.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you came back, you dirty motherfucker.
It's a little too soon, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Because you're supposed to get at least a couple months back quickly.
Not when you're a part of the show. We show up every day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's
you know
right,
what I'm saying? We show up every day, brother. And now that you are a part of the show, you're not a guest. You're family.
Do I look obnoxious with my glasses on?
Nah, I love your glasses, man.
I think these are some fly glasses.
Yeah. Do you wear prescription glasses?
From when I drive.
Really, though?
But I needed them a long time ago. I was like, oh, man, I can't really see the signs as well. But then I said, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to get nice, dope glasses. So I like retro. I've been ordering retro. German, Italian glasses.
How long have you been wearing glasses? Because it looked fairly new. You know when you start ordering all kinds, that's when it's like new?
Yeah. About 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay, so it's been a while.
Yeah, but I don't wear them all the time.
When I had glasses, I did one of those where I was like, man, I want these. And I was like, when am I going to wear 7 different pair of glasses?
Yeah, sometimes you get in different moods.
Man, but I was all in lens crafters and Costco. Because I don't know how to wear.
Lens crafters.
Yeah, there's one right down the way.
No, I go to optometry. I order, special order these glasses, like German glasses, Italian. Then I have to wait a couple weeks, but they're fly. And then I take them to my optometrist, and
then they put your lenses,
the lenses that I want. And a lot of mine are transitional. They turn into sunglasses when the sun hits. They turn into sunglasses.
So you go for the frame.
Yeah, I want to look fly because I don't wear glasses all day. I can't have that on my face all day.
Right.
I don't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. See, usually I'm this guy.
Right. Oh, see, you're more approachable when you did that.
And then when you want to say something important, you go, "Let me tell you something."
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That's when you know, like, oh shoot.
It's like when Shannon Sharp took his glasses off. It's like, listen, Skip. Right? Put your glasses on.
Oh, yeah, he told him.
I'm surprised Shannon didn't smack him across the whole studio that day.
Come on now, Skip.
Like, Skip, really, Skip?
Man, what brings you to town, bro?
Brings me to town. I have an event that I had to go to. It's an event. Like, I had to rub elbows with my social media team. You know, they said, you got to come in. I said, all right, let me call Big Boy. Just come in because I got some things to say.
Hey, man. Let me ask you this, bro. With social media, it's crazy because have you found the benefit in social media now? Because at one point we were damn near begging for 30-minute HBO specials, and now you just say, nah.
Now you got me taking off my glasses.
Right? Because now, man, there are no real gates to keep. There's still gatekeeping.
They're gatekeeping. What they're trying to do is
get right on that mic. Or can you help me out, Lou?
Yeah. Am I good?
I just want to hear you.
Okay. Hey, hello. The gatekeeping. There's different kinds of gatekeeping now. They're trying to gatekeep social media too. You know, by canceling you, by blocking you,
the shadow
banning. There's that tech gatekeeping. Also, they've done that to me. They got rid of my first account where I was approaching 1 million. They got rid of it. They just blocked me because I had too many. Penalties or whatever.
Right.
The community guidelines. So they blocked me, never gave it back to me. I know people who've gotten their stuff back. They didn't give me mine back, maybe because of the things I say online. So boom, they got rid of that. And then they blocked me on TikTok.
Damn.
They blocked my TikTok.
Maybe we shouldn't have you here.
Yeah, whoa.
I don't know because I'm still building my platform.
He's canceled.
Yeah. Dude, you
too late. Yeah. You've been blocked. We knew he was coming.
Hey, man, can you imagine if you was like, I had to sacrifice 2 to get mine back. Sorry, big.
That's
sorry.
why I'm here. Big boy.
Gotcha.
Remember Sinners?
Oh, man.
Sammy.
Hey, man, how did you enjoy Sinners?
I've seen it twice.
Yeah.
And it's so good. Did I talk about it on the show?
I don't know.
I might not have seen it yet.
No.
But I've seen it twice. Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Coogler. Remember when I did the impersonation of him? I did it on here.
Oh, yeah.
It's just fantastic. They're just a force to be reckoned with. And the fact that they're African American is so great. Mm-hmm. And I just noticed a coincidence, because I'm always thinking like that. They have literally revitalized the box office.
Yes,
Original script. Remember, this is original. This is not a Marvel. This is not a remake Disney. This is not. This is an original script, ground zero, and it's over $250 million worldwide.
Let me tell you how petty I am. No matter what they made at the box office, and this is when I see like Black Panther, when I see these movies, man, and I see Sinners, and I'm like, man, we doing our thing. I'm like, man, y'all couldn't have just had me in the store, just something, just like, you want that whiskey, or you know, just something.
I said, can I just be like this? Hey, don't be doing no blood sucking here.
And cut. That's a wrap on Godfrey.
People like Godfrey was in there. I'd be like, please, man. I'll give you anything you want. Something.
And cut. And all I need is a little bit because I'd be like, man, you nailed it.
To Ryan Coogler, Michael B, just something.
Yeah, man.
A janitor was like, hey, don't be putting that blood on my floor.
Yeah, hey, man. And then be a part of it.
You better suck your ass on down the street there, Junior. Like,
man. And I'm not asking. You know what I'm saying? I'm begging.
Yeah, right. I'm pleading.
Yeah.
How can I be down?
Yeah, man. You know, some people like, man, if it ain't coming, I'm like, nah, man, put me in there.
They're coming to your show.
Man.
They're going to come to your show.
Hey, dude, I'm telling you.
They're coming to your show.
My lines for the movie could be on this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay, let me see here.
Yeah.
This has got to stop.
Yeah.
This has got to stop. This has got to stop. You know what I'm saying?
This is your line, Godfrey. What's up, man? I'll be in the mirror. What's up, man? What's up, man? What's up, man?
Yeah.
I gotta milk the camera. I'll be like this. What's up, man? Question mark.
Taking your time with it. Godfrey, I want to do this thing with you, man.
What's up?
It's called Talking Heads. All right. And this is Talking Heads Comedy Edition.
Uh-oh.
All right. And what we're going to do is I'm going to hand you these Talking Heads.
Okay.
And I want you to keep them in this order. All righty. So go ahead and grab those Talking Heads.
Just grab them?
Yep. And as I go to talk to you about them, don't pre-look through them.
Don't look at them.
Yeah, don't look at them.
Okay.
You know. So, and you can put them right there in front of you. You know, and you can turn them over. It's cool because I think that's Chappelle on top.
Okay.
And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna ask you something about one of the Talking Heads.
Okay.
And just tell me like a story or something that you that's dear to you or something that you want to share with us. First Talking Head is Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
And I'll tell you one as well. Is there any crazy story, or anything that you have with Dave? Do you know Dave Chappelle?
I know him very well.
All righty, go ahead now. Give me a Talking Head about Dave Chappelle.
I've known Dave Chappelle since '97. Met him with Tony Woods. Tony Woods was a great comedian who took Dave Chappelle under his wing in D.C. I remember being with Chappelle at the Boston Comedy Club in New York City. And where he did he was on stage for 6 hours. Jesus. Like 6 hours, all the way until morning time. And we would just go up and we were telling jokes. He was on there so long, he would just bring people up. And we, you know what I mean? He smoked.
And what year is this?
This was 2000 or something, 2000, something like that. And he would we were up there till morning time. And we ended up eating breakfast after that. We started 12 something. And then 12 midnight, and he was just on there
as a comedian, because you look at Dave Chappelle now, and you know Dave Chappelle is genius.
Yeah, no doubt.
But 25 years ago, do anybody? Because you know there's a thing that the light is on.
Yeah.
He's on stage too long.
Yeah.
6 hours. Are y'all good with Dave Chappelle being on for 6 hours?
I'm gonna be here till the morning.
Yeah.
I just want everybody to know. Yeah, bitch, I'm gonna be here forever. I'm not getting off.
How's your relationship with Dave Chappelle? Always
good, man. Yeah, it's good. He's a great comic. He's one of the greatest comics.
All right,
living. So.
Now my Dave Chappelle Talking Head moment is I think it was a birthday of mine. Right? It was. Yeah. It was. I was getting my star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and so people were calling me, telling me, happy, congratulations, those kind of things, right? And so there were some calls that we were like, oh, we got to get this person to make sure we get a shout out. And so I remember, and Jason, let me know if I'm talking about the right event. And so Dave Chappelle never called me. And then he hit me up it was the next day or something. He like, Big, sorry about that, man. I was under it. You know what I'm saying? But he sounds so Dave Chappelle,
right,
that it wasn't disrespect, but he was just moving. And the way that he called, like, man, I'm sorry.
Sorry, man, sorry.
I was
sorry.
He said, I was under
busy.
it. Yeah, I was under it. And you just write him a pass. But let me tell you, Dave Chappelle's story. Remember when the world was looking for Dave Chappelle when Dave Chappelle left?
When he left.
And he left $50 million at Comedy Central on the table.
Went to Africa, right?
The world was looking for Dave Chappelle.
Like Carmen Sandiego, son.
No one's seen him.
Nobody.
No one's seen him.
Nobody.
So I'm in Whittier, California, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Coming from Club Ibiza. I'm walking into a little taco stand.
And you see Dave.
A dude walk out and he says, man, big boy. I'm like, oh, what's up? He said, man, 2 celebrities in one night. So I'm wondering who's in there. And I walk in and Dave Chappelle is sitting in this Mexican restaurant having tacos with 2 brothers.
That's
and
crazy.
The world is looking for him.
And you found him.
And there he is. You know what I'm saying?
You got me.
Yeah.
You found me in the taco place.
All righty, let's go to Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah, man.
Kev, man. I've known Kev for a long time. I don't know about Kevin Hart. Oh, man.
Do you want me to share mine first?
Yeah, share yours.
All right, so Kevin Hart Talking Heads Comedy Edition.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart, we always one of those people where our relationship is pretty much crap talking.
That's what I do. I always go like this. I'm getting sick of your success.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Like, we'll deal with it.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
And he's good for that, bro.
Yeah.
And so I remember, dude, we were walking out of an event. We were at, I think we were at Staples Center or SoFi. I think it was SoFi from what I remember from the bottom. And Kevin had his security moving him out, and security was walking us, and I had somebody walking out with me. Just somebody that was like, oh, we'll get you to the car. And so Kevin says to me, he's like, hey, big, why you got security? This is Kevin Hart, you black bastard. And my man told me, he said, big, he said, you're snap your finger famous. And I was like, snap your finger famous? He's like, what do you mean? He said, people see you, they go,
that's hilarious.
Yeah, it's not that funny, Mariana. Yeah,
but like my thing is with Soul Plane, me and Kevin Hart, Soul Plane. You know, just just talking about how short he was all the time.
Oh my God!
And Kevin used to talk about how good he was in basketball, but he would always like do it. You would never see him with a basketball, but he would always do this with you. He'd be like this. He'd be like, he's like this. Godfrey, I'm telling you, man.
But no ball in hand.
He would just do this. It was the funniest shit ever.
Hey, man.
Yeah, when we worked on Soul Plane, that was my fondest memory.
And you know, I did Soul Plane with you guys. And
yeah, you did.
Nah, you didn't remember till I just told you out there.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Because we were on your show.
Right.
The whole crew interviewed with you on your show. That was the last time I was on your show.
And not knowing that I was in the movie with him. I was like,
what part did you do?
I played
Exactly.
Big Boy? Yeah, I played Big Boy. Yeah.
I was the captain of the ship.
Yeah, I mean, hell, you were in the movie.
I was in. I didn't even get on the poster though.
You were throughout the movie though. Yeah.
Yeah, I was throughout the movie. I did my thing.
You didn't get on the poster?
I didn't even get on the poster.
Yeah, they didn't let me go to the party.
Damn, that party was live as hell.
Was it? I heard.
It was amazing. You didn't get to
Eddie Murphy.
Oh man, I'm gonna kick your ass. Oh, Eddie, man, my fondest memory, Eddie. Well, I've met Eddie one time, like real quickly in New York City, but then I was at you remember Who's Your Caddy?
Yes.
That was with Big Boy and all this. Okay.
Yes. And it was
Tracy,
the movie.
Tracy Edmonds was when Eddie was dating Tracy Edmonds. He was dating her.
Can you get Godfrey water, please?
And she produced that, and I was able to talk to Eddie for 20 minutes. Like he was right by himself, and he was in this suit that looked richer than anything I ever wore. Like I was like, wow, look at him. He looks very wealthy. Let me go over there. So I said, what's up, Eddie? He goes, hey, Godfrey. He knew me because I knew Charlie Murphy. And he goes, hey, man, I just want to let you know, I saw you in Fat Girls last night, the Monique's film. And you were one of the best things that you were great. You were awesome in that movie. And in my head, I'm like this. In my head, I'm like, at first I was like, oh, I appreciate that. I was trying to be cool, but in my mind, I'm like, Eddie Murphy, that was great. Eddie Murphy saw me, man. I can't believe it, man. Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, and I got to talk to him for 20 minutes, asking him about whether he's coming back into comedy.
What did he do for you as a comedian?
Oh, man. Eddie's the reason he wanted to be he made comedy rock star famous, man.
Yeah, man.
And he made being black cool, man. He was a cool black guy. He was the best the greatest SNL member
He was
ever.
like a comedy rock star.
Rock star, and you wanted to. Eddie Murphy was like an entity, like Michael Jackson. You didn't even know what their last names were. Eddie Murphy, Michael Jackson. What's Michael Jackson's last name? I don't know. Eddie Murphy.
Or you just say, yeah, man, Eddie killed it.
My father even knew about Eddie Murphy. My Nigerian father representing. He would be like, "Ooh, I like Eddie Murphy.
Yeah,
I like this Eddie Murphy.
Right,
Eddie Murphy." Eddie Murphy, but Eddie is he's still great.
Let
He's
me
one
give
of the
you
greatest
mine.
comedians
Now,
ever.
for one, I've always been an Eddie Murphy fan.
Yes,
so when we talk
of
about
course.
Talking Heads Comedy Edition,
Yes.
Eddie Murphy is one of those people, bro. I remember we grew up with Eddie Murphy. Delirious,
damn right.
everything,
Raw,
man. Yeah, so
all his
Eddie Murphy,
movies, yes.
Saturday Night Live.
And all his movies.
So I finally get a chance to work with Eddie Murphy.
Oh, man.
I get a chance to work with
boy.
Eddie Murphy. So you got to think about the 13-year-old Kurt
Yes.
that was watching Delirious.
Yes,
This is the person.
Yes.
This is Boogie in your butt and
Boogie in your butt.
and Saturday Night Live. This is
Yes.
Mr. Robinson. So
Man.
I'm like, oh my God, dude, I get a chance to work with Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
You remember the movie The Clumps?
The clump.
Yeah, when he was the big guy Sherman.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Sherman.
Yeah.
They wanted me to play Eddie Murphy's fat body double.
Oh, man.
Damn. Wow. No real camera time. Just, because at the time I'm like 400 or 500 pounds. Yeah, so
Wow.
Yeah, I turned that one down.
Yeah, go. Yeah.
But I did the interview when they did everything, and we had a chance to talk about it. But I was like, do I want to just be the fat body?
Right.
But for Eddie Murphy, you got to sacrifice.
Yeah. And there's even times now when I'm thinking like, man, maybe I should have done that. You know. Richard Pryor.
Oh man, Pryor. Here's the thing. My friend did a documentary about comedians. It was called Bitter Jest, and Richard Pryor was very sick at the time. I got to talk to him for a really quick second. I just said, I just want to thank you, Mr. Pryor. He was like, you think? You know, he could talk really slow, and I was like, I got to hear him for a quick second, but I met I was in the Bahamas visiting my friend, and I met one of his wives, Flynn Belaine Pryor. Pretty black woman. We were at the airport just waiting on our rides, and we just started talking. I said, "Oh, my name is Flynn Pryor." I said, you're not related to like Richard Pryor, because there's not a lot of Pryor. She goes, "No, I was one of his wives."
Wow.
And it was all true. And she called David Bangs. Bangs was one of his best friends, and she just told me everything about Pryor. Like I hung out with her and her friends just like telling me about Pryor. That's my
and Pryor's an influence to you.
Oh,
when
man,
did you know
Pryor,
you nailed Pryor's voice?
One day I was just listening to him because I used to listen to him in college.
Yeah.
And we'd stay up all night listening
Isn't
to
it crazy?
Super.
Isn't it crazy though how you would listen to a comedy album?
Yes.
You just
That crazy
Yeah.
bicentennial. He loves that putting in all his stuff.
Yeah.
And I just knew one day I was like, yeah, that's funny, Jack. Well, white folks, man, kiss my ass. I just started listening to him. I said, I think I can get this because it's his breathing. You know, he does that. You ever see, man, when comes, yeah, goddamn, this shit is crazy, Jack. You can kiss my ass, goddamn it. Shit, I don't give a shit. You better watch out. My name is Mudbone. Shit, goddamn. Yeah, I just could get it. I could get it, you know. And then even when Richard Pryor would be on talk shows, he didn't talk like that. He didn't go, "Hey, say, goddamn." He was always like, "Yeah, man. So my father, man, was crazy, you know. And sometimes when I grew up in Peoria, Illinois, so it was crazy, you know. So yeah, so I just,
Dude, I'm
not doing
scary.
too bad.
Hey man, now my Richard Pryor thing is the same.
What's your Richard
You
Pryor?
grow up, you listen to Richard
Yes.
Pryor, the films with Richard
Yes,
Pryor, you know,
films, great.
and not just the comedy film. I'm talking about, you know, Travel on Bingo, All Star,
How about Grease Lightning?
Grease Lightning,
Grease
yeah.
Lightning, where he played a serious stock car driver.
So you look at those,
Yeah.
man, and Richard Pryor's been around my entire childhood.
Man.
So the same way how you said, man, you had a chance to talk to him.
For a
they were
quick
doing
second.
an honor for him.
Yeah.
Or maybe he was there, but it was at Kodak Theater in Hollywood, right?
Yes.
And this is literally Richard Pryor. And he was in a wheelchair. He had caretakers with him.
yeah.
And I remember I just asked the people, I said, can I just say hello? Oh, and they let me say hello, and I just wanted to touch him. And he gave me like, you know, not too much because he was very weak. But I just wanted to touch him. And that was my Richard Pryor moment, man.
And I'm proud that he's from Peoria, Illinois. Me being
Same.
from Chicago,
I was born in
Illinois.
Peoria, Illinois.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was born in Peoria, Illinois.
Get the out of here.
I can't take you anywhere around there because I know nothing about it. You
Yeah,
know?
but they have one little street, which they should have a statue a monument for Richard Pryor, I think. And that's so cool, man. And I met his ex-wife and one of his ex-wives, the other one, Jennifer. I auditioned for something. I met his ex-wife.
He has some ex-wives though.
Yeah, he has
pretty
some
sure we all met
ex-wives.
one. All right, now George Lopez.
I just met Lopez.
Really?
Finally. Just met George Lopez.
You've been in the game for decades. George been in for decades, and y'all just met each other?
I just met him. My friend Ruben Paul, who's one of my best buddies, travels with him, writes for him, and I met him finally because I FaceTime with him. He was like, "Hey, Godfrey, respect," and then I finally met him because he's one of the funniest. Man, Why Are You Crying? That's one of my that's my album. Just getting it. He was like a Mexican Richard Pryor.
Yeah, and he gives it all back to Pryor. And he has Richard. He's the one who paid for the statue of Richard Pryor.
Good.
And he has. If you go backstage to George Lopez, the same with Why Are You Crying, he brings his Richard Pryor chair. Wow. That was given to him.
Yeah, he's one of the funniest dudes.
Man.
So I just finally met him. Like last month,
dude.
I finally met George Lopez.
Hey man, it's crazy that y'all paths.
Why you crying? Why you crying? Why you crying?
That y'all didn't cross paths.
No, we didn't cross no paths.
But he's comedy lanes.
He's a fan. Sometimes I would just miss him at the Laugh Factory.
Right.
I'm like, damn, and then I finally got a picture with him.
Hey
and everything.
Man, Godfrey, I have so many George Lopez because George is just one of those guys I've known for years. Right. Yeah. But I remember my wife now.
Yeah.
I remember the first night I traveled somewhere.
Yeah.
Was going to go see George. That was the first time we ever left California together, or even stayed in a hotel together.
Wow!
It was George Lopez was doing a show up in Vegas, and he got me the adjoining room. And so that was one of them things like, oh yeah, we're going to Vegas, and George Lopez is hot as fish grease at this time,
Yeah.
And so it was like one of those where we walked down together. I never knew the path to get to the stage. They walk through the kitchen and all this, and I'm with this girl that I'm trying to impress, who is now my wife.
Yeah.
And George gave me the opportunity to look like Superman to her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But other than that, dude, I got so many. We would do these drives for like the military, and George would come and literally give away thousands upon thousands of dollars to families.
That's so
hey,
great.
Jason, what was the name of the events we used to do back then? It was
Salute the Troops.
Salute the Troops. Salute the Troops, man.
That's
and
cool.
he would come with families and buy all the bikes.
That's awesome.
And give thousands of dollars away out of his pocket. So anytime there's somebody, there would be no George Lopez slandering.
Right on.
All right, this motherfucker right here.
This knucklehead.
Oh, I hate you. You know what? This one
dummy.
And this guy right here. You two motherfuckers.
Wow, that's me.
I didn't give you. Because
that's a good looking photo of me.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Hey man, now I want you to share your Jo Koy moment, and then I'll share my Jo Koy.
I want to tell you my Jo Koy. We had a moment here,
please
on the show. But I've known Jo Koy since his son was 3 years old, and coming up, and I'm coming back. But I was bi-coastal from New York and LA for 7 years, so I would do the Laugh Factory with Jo Koy. Me and him would be at the bottom of the list. We would go after each other. He'd go after me. I'd go after him. And I used to hang out with him. We would go to Dupars while he was struggling, selling DVDs out of his plastic bag. And even my ex-girlfriend, he knows my ex-girlfriend. Like, my ex-girlfriend goes, how's Jo Koy doing? And then my ex-girlfriend, our best friends. He's like, how's Jo Koy doing? And so I remember Joe just struggling, trying to come up like all of us, and him saying, man, people hating on him. I remember when a particular person got him banned from the Laugh Factory. He told me that I was with him that day. And then we had to go to Dupars. You know Dupars?
Oh, yeah.
We always
Ventura?
We always go to Dupars with his Filipino crew. And he would be like, yo, man, they not letting me in the Laugh Factory. I said, don't worry. I said, don't worry, you're going to get yours. Because he always filmed. He always just stayed on the grind, man. And look at him now. Look at him now. So I knew him from the days, back in the days.
Jo Koy has always been a friend of the neighborhood. You can always see the hustle.
Yeah,
and
always.
If you would have asked me about a talking head, comedian edition, if you would have asked me this like a month ago, I would have had a whole different story to tell you. But now that I'm asking about today and we sharing these stories, I would have to say, Jo Koy's a hater. And I say,
I was going to say that about him,
man.
Too. I want to see what you're going to say.
This is my Michael Jackson. Remember this?
Oh.
And this is my Janet Jackson.
Oh, my God.
Okay, now watch this. This is Michael. Hi, this is Michael. All righty. Now watch this. No, watch. I'm gonna show you.
Go ahead.
Watch. Hi, this is Michael. This is my Janet. Hi, this is Janet. See what I did? You see what I did there?
Yeah.
No.
Watch.
But we saw it.
It sounded like.
But we don't know why we're seeing it.
I heard it.
No, listen.
But I heard you do the same thing twice.
We heard the introduction. We just don't know what you're doing.
I was like, hi.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm Michael.
I
show you.
I was
Now,
ready
watch
for
this.
Michael Jackson.
Hi, I'm Michael.
Yeah. Now hold
Right.
on.
No.
Now here's the cheeky part. You ready for this?
Ta-da!
Now here's Janet. Hi, I'm Janet.
No.
You see what I did there?
No. Let me show you. Let me show you.
Yeah,
Let me show
I
you.
pointed up and then pointed down.
Now let me show you. No, listen.
Yes.
Don't
Listen.
ever use your finger like that,
listen.
like you were really.
No, listen, because I'm going to show you.
Okay.
Hi, this is Michael. You see that? Hi, this is Janet. Michael is here. Hi, this is Michael.
Wait, that end
Hi,
part is bothering
this is
me.
Janet. See what I'm saying?
I got what you're saying.
Michael, Janet.
Michael goes up, Janet goes down. Got it.
All righty. Now you don't have your super buddy with you here now. All righty. When I gave you guys my impression of Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson, I really thought that you were like, oh my God, I can hear what he's talking about. But being that Jo Koy was here with you and y'all were together, y'all couldn't give me the props that I really got.
I think you were joking this whole time.
Oh, wow.
You remind me of Shaq when Shaq tries to impersonate. Shaq will call me and go, yo, Godfrey, I got this impersonation. And I go, watch, because I'll do Bane, right? Yes, you appear powerful, uninitiated, but you don't. I do that,
And that's good.
and then Shaq
And I can give you
Shaq
that.
will go,
It's all right.
Godfrey, this is Bane. I'm like, that's Shaq. You sound like you.
Okay, now
Just
listen.
like you sound like you when you're doing Janet and Michael.
Listen to this.
You
now,
sound like
this is
Big Boy Jackson.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your partner, Big Boy.
Right.
What's your Big Boy? This is Michael.
Okay.
Hi, this is Michael.
Why do you think you sound like Michael Jackson?
God, here we go
I don't
again.
You're like
Here
this.
we
Look
go.
at. Hi, this is Michael.
You don't have Michael yet. You do everything
you
beautiful.
don't have it either.
You do
Met the man.
But I'm imitating you doing a horrible
but you're not
Michael
doing a
Jackson.
good job.
Hi, this is Michael.
Oh my God, you got work to do.
Watch this.
Have you met Michael
Hi,
before?
this is Janet.
No.
It's the same-
Okay,
Hi,
Godfrey.
This
Okay,
is Michael. Hi. Yeah.
All right.
And that was from Soul Plane.
Yeah. All right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have did that. I'm sorry, man.
Damn, that shit. I thought I was going to take it home. Yeah.
Oh, we got another. I'm sorry. Hey, but Godfrey, I want you to do one last time.
Yes.
And then I'll leave it alone.
Okay.
All righty. Don't be like this guy.
Okay, man.
All righty. Now listen. And I want you to listen with your.
Okay.
Is it called impression ear or what do you all say?
Yeah, impressionist
Okay.
ear.
Okay. And now I want you to listen with that.
Go ahead.
Okay. And I want you to hear the difference. You know how you
Okay, I'm
said.
listening. I'm putting my ear to the
But
mic.
give me Richard Pryor again. Give me the hey man that Richard Pryor.
Say, Jack, where you going? Shit.
Now give me Richard Pryor on the talk show.
Yeah, my father was okay.
And you see the difference, right? Now, what I want you to do with Michael and Janet, I want you to hear the difference.
Okay, ready?
Okay, listen.
All right.
Hi. Listen to the difference. And I want you to catch it. That's why I got to do this.
Hi.
No, listen.
Go ahead.
Hi, this is Michael. Hi, this is Janet. Janet.
Nah,
Michael.
got you.
Janet.
You got it.
So Michael
Can
is
we
high.
move on to the next talking head?
I guess so.
You got it. You nailed it.
Thank you.
Oh man, I mean, boom.
And I appreciate it.
I don't know what it was. This ear.
Yeah, man.
I used the right.
But you know what it was, too,
Yeah,
man? I
what?
think that it wasn't you. I think it was Joe.
Yeah.
It was Joe that
I
hated
think it
on you
was
because
Joe,
I
man.
heard the perfection in it.
No, I don't think you did. You heard it today, but it was that day. It was
You're
a lot
right,
of
you're
chaos
right.
going
Oh,
on, man. Thank you
Yeah,
so much,
I'm
man.
much more
it's
clear
good to be
now.
recognized by your impressionist peers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, you do a great job. I do a great
Wow,
job.
and you ripped this shit up for no reason. Go ahead.
No, and I'm sorry about that. It was a reason.
all
I
good.
was enraged. I was about to slap you like that the white lady. All right, here we go. Marlon Wayans.
Marlon, my first time with Marlon Wayans was him and Sean Wayans was when I was doing Comics Come Home for Comedy Central. Yeah, I was warming up there. They had some special they were doing. I warmed it up, and that's the first time I met them like really met them and talked to them, and they gave me advice on writing and all this other stuff. Marlon's always been coolest dude. Coolest dude, man.
Do you trip off of how powerful the Wayans name is? And when we think about Keenan and we think about Damon, and then Marlon wasn't the comedian. He was funny.
No, he was funny,
but he wasn't the comedian. And you see him now.
Now he's doing comedy. Comedy. It makes sense that he transitioned to that. It does make sense because he's very physical. You know, I'm not surprised that they're royalty because Keenan is the ignition to all of this, man. Keenan and Damon,
Yes,
Senior.
sir.
I mean, Keenan, like with Harlem Shuffle,
Hollywood Shuffle
with Robert Townsend.
Yeah,
Townsend
man.
gave them the chances, which is great.
Yeah.
Robert Townsend representing Chicago, all right. But it makes sense that they are royalty because they've done so much as far as creativity in the business, the movie business, the writing business. Keenan helped Eddie Murphy in Raw. I think Raw.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Right. So yeah, they are comedy royalty. The
Hey,
Wayans,
man.
and there's a lot of them.
Hell yeah, it is,
Which is good.
There's one trying to get in right now. Hey man, I got so many with Marlon Wayans, bro.
Yeah.
But back to, you know what I'm saying? Back to body shaming. Marlon Wayans, him and Sean.
Got
Do
on you.
Do you remember when D'Angelo had that video? How does it feel?
Yeah.
And he was like naked and all cut up. They
Yeah.
wanted to do a parody and they wanted to use my body.
Yo,
I had to turn it down.
you turned it down.
I was like, man, I know what I'm working with. I could use it. I can exploit my own
And
body.
the Wayans, yo, they be capping on people.
Hey,
They will
oh
get
my
you.
God, bro! Can you imagine if that video
Yo, hey,
exists
big
now?
boy. Hey, big boy, can you do this? I want you to do this skit for us.
I was like, nah,
Hey,
buddy.
big boy, can you do this skit for us? We're gonna go. How does it peel?
Right? Yeah. How does it peel? I was like, nah, man. And then I remember I do the phone taps, right?
Right.
So Marlon is a tech guy.
Okay.
And so I told him I have a friend of mine. There was a new iPhone that was coming out.
Yeah.
And so he really wanted this iPhone. So I have a buddy named JP that worked at AT&T.
Okay.
So I called Marlon up and I said, hey, man, JP got you that new iPhone. So on and so. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I said, but your phone is going to go down for like 48 hours. And he lost it because he thought that his line was going to be off for 48 hours.
Wow.
He was like, man, no, this is what I do. I need my phone on. But it was a phone tap. And I remember, dude, to this day, he does not forgive me for making him look like an effing idiot.
Wow, that you got him back for that
and
body shaming.
I'm going to get you back, too.
Marlon Wayans.
All righty, Bert Kreischer.
Oh, man. Bert Kreischer, he was, rated the partier of the year in 97 at Florida State University for Rolling Stone. I've known him since 97.
Damn.
That's when I first got.
There's a great camaraderie you have with a lot of comedians.
Yeah, Bert Kreischer, he got real huge, taking off his shirt. He'd been doing that, party type. And he's the guy that got me into podcasting. I did his podcast at his house, and he goes, Godfrey, you got to do podcasting, bro. You got a podcast. You got a podcast. So he's like, you got a podcast. He's like, I don't even know how you got a podcast. You're one of the funniest guys in the world. You got a podcast. Yeah.
Hey, man, I love
Bert
when
Kreischer.
he laughs and he's like,
He goes,
how you doing?
He's like, dude, I'm serious, bro. You got a podcast. As soon as you leave here, you better be on a podcast. You got a podcast, bro.
Did you?
And then I haven't heard from him ever since I started my podcast. Asshole. He's like, I know, I'm sorry.
Hey, man.
You got a podcast.
And it's not like he left you on red. And he will love you all the same when he sees you.
Right. He's like, Godfrey, what's up, bro? Bro, I haven't seen you.
Hey, man. Aries Spears.
Oh,
My Godfrey one, too,
this
man.
is my dog right here.
Let me give you my Bert Kreischer
go.
real quick, man.
Okay, give me that.
I remember one time Bert Kreischer came through the neighborhood, and he laughs and he has a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I remember when we went to go take the picture, of course he got his shirt off, and we having fun, and he's laughing. And when I went to put my hand around him, you ever seen There's Something About Mary when he's playing against that hairy,
he's
wet
hairy.
guy? I remember when I touched his back, I was like, oh, shit.
You got bear juice.
In a major way, man. Aries Spears.
That's my dog, man.
Yeah, man.
I don't care what anybody says.
And he give that to you too, bro.
That's my one thing. That's my dog. People don't understand Aries. I used to go on different cities when I'm traveling, and I remember radio DJs would like have they had a bad experience with Aries, and they'd be like, Godfrey, I want to talk to you about something. What do you think about Aries Spears? Because I go, I'm not gonna shame my dude on radio for you. I'm not doing that. I said, Aries is a talented dude. He's a bad boy on the mic, period. I'm not going to go shitting on another brother for your entertainment. That ain't going to happen. So whatever problem you have with Aries, I don't know. Maybe you did. Why don't you talk about what you did? People kill me when they say, oh, I didn't like what he did, but you didn't talk about what you did.
How was it addressed? How did it start?
How did you approach?
Right.
Like, I've seen people come up to me and say, yo, but tell me a joke, motherfucker. And then I'll be like, it's 6 in the morning. I'm in the airport. I'm not a clown, bro.
Yeah.
But they'll take that and go, man, Godfrey was an asshole. But you didn't tell him what you did.
Yeah.
Yes.
You didn't tell him what
People
the fuck
don't
you
do
did.
the action. They only do the reaction.
Yeah. You didn't tell him what the fuck you did. We're human beings. We're human beings, man. Even if I wasn't doing comedy, I'd have said the same shit to you.
Yeah.
You feel me? So Eddie, that's my dude, man. And he challenges me too. Because he's a great impersonator.
Yeah.
Nasty with it.
Yeah, man.
His
loves my Michael Jackson.
I heard.
He
told me.
it. Okay, he did.
But I got an Aries Spears. Here he goes. I remember when I was doing Paul Mooney, he was doing Paul Mooney.
Yeah.
And he goes, yo, God, yo, I saw your Paul Mooney. Yo, I think I got you, man. I think I got you. I think my Paul Mooney, I want to challenge you in Paul Mooney. I think I got it. I mean, you cold. You one of the best. You one of the best impersonators. But I think I got your Paul Mooney. So we were doing a Paul.
Y'all did a Paul Mooney off?
We did a Mooney off. I was like this. Okay, you gonna get beat. All you trying to be Paul Mooney, you're not. You're very talented, but you're terrible, right?
And then he comes back.
And so I did a joke about Meg Markle. So we both did a Meg Markle joke. If Paul Mooney was talking about Meg Markle, so I said, Meg Markle, you got your wake up call. That's what you got. I don't give a damn. Them white folks do not like. They don't care if it's one drop. I said, you're not royal. You are crown royal. I said crown royal.
He had I know about
like
Crown Royal. You know?
I said, oh no, you royal, but you goddamn crown royal.
Hey man, she got a great cooking show right now on Netflix too. For anybody that want to watch it,
I heard she got a cooking show. But yeah, so that's my man. We I plan on doing some projects with Aries. And
I got one Aries Spears thing that I can't even share because it's back to impressions. And you know how you say how Shaq did yours? How Shaq could tell you something? Man, I can't say who it was about. But and Aries and we laughed about it, and I would never blow any. So I'll just talk in circles. Yeah. But he was talking about how this guy does impressions. And if I try the guy's voice, somebody would pick it up. So I'm not going to even do that out of respect to Aries Spears because I can't. Okay. Yeah, I can't. Okay. But he was like, yeah, now this guy, he doing impressions. And then he'd do the impression. I'm not going to try the guy's voice. Whack? In impressions, yes.
This guy, I wonder who.
Yes, and he's not known for impressions.
Who is this?
He tries them, but But then he was like, and I won't do the guy's voice because you'll pick it up. And he was like, yeah, and every impression is like, I'm Britney Spears. I'm Michael Jackson. I can't say. I'm going to tell you when we get off.
Okay.
Because the person is still active and everything. And
he's trash.
Yeah. Impressions, yes.
And Eddie and
Aries was like,
nah, I can't get with it. I can't get with it. Yeah. He's garbage.
Man.
He's straight garbage.
All righty, man. Talking Heads comedian edition right there, bro.
No.
Felipe Esparza.
Man, I love me. Felipe is my man.
This
is the Mexican seal of approval.
Hey man,
he's like, what's up, fool?
Hey man, he's like,
I did his podcast.
Did he ever tell you about the time when he fought somebody and what did he do? Did he bite their
bit their earlobe?
Bit their ear off.
He's a big dude, and I can believe he bit their ear.
I would like order cocaine. Like when he was talking about how he would order all the stuff up to room service so he can cook his cocaine.
Yeah, you ever tried to order cocaine in your room?
That dude,
This is the Mexican seal of approval.
Let me tell you my one moment. Now, my one moment that I love from Felipe Esparza, I got a lot of one-on-one.
Underrated.
Very much so.
Underrated.
Hey, dude.
So funny.
It wasn't even Felipe, and it wasn't even my experience. Yeah. But I experienced it. It was when the Dodgers won the World Series or we were winning or going to the World Series, right?
Yeah.
And they were interviewing, I think, George Lopez on the field.
Okay.
And you see this person walking behind George, but they're lost. And it's Felipe Esparza. He gets into the live shot and he's not playing around because I asked him about it just recently and he was like, yeah, I was looking for his buddy, but you see George Lopez and you see Felipe behind him like this.
And I can see it.
And it's Felipe in Felipe mode, bro.
Oh.
Not knowing the camera's on. And I would look at that and I brought it up to him like, bro, this can only happen to you.
Right,
and
right.
be this damn funny, man.
I'm looking for my friend.
You ever had any? Did y'all do shows together?
We did shows at Laugh Factory. I've done shows at
man.
Laugh Factory with him, and he's just so funny.
Yeah, man.
Just so funny.
Different, man.
He's such a hippie. He's like a hippie, Latin hippie dude.
Yeah.
Like just something from the 70s. Like, hey, welcome to my store, everybody. Fool. What's up, fool?
Hey,
What's
man.
up? Chill out, man. Everybody's having a
And
good
there's
time.
so many accolades, right? When it comes to you, even with this Talking Heads comedy edition, right?
Yeah.
There's so many great comedians.
Yes.
But you also hear, man, like we hear the joke stealing. You hear the bad craziness.
I hate that. I don't respect joke thieves. I fucking hate them all.
Really?
And there are some that are still living and fucking sucking the blood out of the comedy community.
Hey,
Fucking
man.
parasites.
Now there's sometimes I remember.
Now,
we had
there's
some-
times where, listen.
yeah, you can have
Oh,
something that's
great minds think alike. Of
Right,
course, there's
but there's
parallel
others.
thinking. Because think about it. There's only so many subjects in the world. There's family, there's sex, there's politics, right? There's talk about trees and dogs, and there's only so many subjects as a human being that you could. Everybody talks about family,
Right.
eating.
Yeah.
There's only so many things you can talk about. But you have your interpretation. You know when someone's doing your thing.
Yeah.
You go, you're doing it. No, that's not yours. And a lot of times it's like I don't respect that shit. Like if I do a joke and someone says, "Hey man, I got a joke similar," I go, "Let's see what it is." Oh, okay, you do you, I do
Right,
mine.
yeah, yeah.
It happens. It happens. And so, but joke thieves, you know the joke thieves. Usually they're hacky. They don't invent new shit. They always go for low hanging fruit. You know, I kind of like my jokes because I talk about shit a lot of cats stay away from. Race, politics. I go
Right.
in. I
Yeah.
got a really good Klan joke. I'm going to do it in front of an all-white crowd.
I heard that.
I go, I think the Klan should get get black members. I mean, come on. Get a DEI program. I do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
But have you had things stolen from you?
Yeah, I had a
And
dude.
even in your community, you've seen.
I had
like,
a dude
oh, man.
doing a joke, and I know his name, and he's out here in LA, he's probably still doing it. And he was doing a joke. It was a Patrick Ewing joke. Because I was talking about the Knicks, whatever. And he was doing it, and I saw him doing it in the middle. He seen me do it, and I stopped him in the middle of the joke at the Comedy Cellar. I said, yo, that's mine, dog. What are you doing? Oh, you're the only one that talks about Patrick Ewing? No, but the way you're doing is the way I do it because I know I seen your dumb ass in the room. So, yeah, that's mine. And I got him kicked out of the club. I said, we don't do that here, man. Everybody works hard on their jokes. Everybody. And there's some famous guys that steal jokes. They'll take lesser famous comics,
man.
take their shit. There's some that are still walking around here that are famous, and those are the bitch-made ass comics. I don't like that either. And I know who they are. And I shame on you for that. Shame on you. They do shit like that.
And I know that you've seen it.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, man.
And if someone thinks I took their joke, I said, let's discuss it, because I am the last person to try to take anybody's shit.
Damon Wayans told us in the neighborhood, and I think he said it on Club Shay Shay as well. And y'all probably remember, he said there was a
great
joke
interview too.
that he stole on accident. And it was somebody, and then he was like, oh, wait.
Joe Rogan.
He took Joe Rogan's joke.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man. And he said, wait, that's Joe Rogan. So, of course, he retired it. But then, man, yeah, you probably don't want to take Joe Rogan's joke. Because remember what Joe Rogan did? Man, he's still on Mencia.
Yeah.
Man.
Because Carlos Mencia, because Lopez punched him in the face, I think. Right. Lopez approached him because Carlos stole one of his jokes. And then you see Carlos doing that Bill Cosby joke. They just lined up all the jokes Carlos was stealing.
Wow.
And because they were calling him Carlos Menstelia.
Oh.
Right? And you know Carlos, that's not his real name.
Right. Yeah.
Ned, right? Ned Better or something like that.
Yeah.
He's half Honduran and not Mexican. So he kind of stole the Mexican for some. I mean, he's a good comic. He's like a really good performer. I didn't know he was taking stuff like that until I saw the video.
Yeah.
And it kind of, backfired on him, and I just don't respect that.
What about the gatekeeping, man? Because and the reason why I ask you this, Godfrey, is because for me, you're extremely talented.
I appreciate that.
And I mean like extremely talented. And don't take this the wrong way,
okay,
right?
Go ahead.
is there and people could say, "Oh man, he just paid," but is there something that you could say, man? Do you feel like sometimes people are hating?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I know people, man, I can keep it 100.
Yes.
I know people, colleagues of mine that have shit on me in rooms, and I got the information told back to me. Yeah, I go, this person said this in the room in front of these producers. I said, really? Why would they do that? I've never done anything to them. Like, literally. And I'm like, you just got to keep it moving. I don't address it.
Are you hard to work with?
Not at all. At all.
And I would think
not at all.
I would think not, especially the way that we get down.
But listen, I even told my agent and my managers, I said, can you I want you to scour the industry to let them know if I've pissed anybody off, if I have to maybe talk to them and make amends, just for my sake. Yeah. Do some cleanup work.
Because I don't know what it is, but look and see if there's anything. But in this
business, people will hold on to the smallest shit just to not, because you got to understand, as entertainers, there's a lot of narcissism, a lot of family dysfunction. There's a lot of dysfunctional social ineptitude in our business. And I think I'm pretty normal because my parents always taught me, treat people with respect, blah, blah, blah. I'm not a backstabber. I don't believe in shitting on other people to get somewhere. I'm not built like that. Right. But I asked and I came back, no, everybody says you're fine. I go, is there anything I need to work on? Just let me know. Because I always say, if you want to see change, be the change. Mm-hmm. Let me see and I hear stuff. Yeah, there's gatekeeping amongst your peers. There's gatekeeping. Right. I'm not saying everybody's doing that. I'm not coming off bitter, but I know the reality. I know people in positions that I go, man, I could just maybe call my friend. He's doing this, and they don't call you. They don't talk to you because they got into a position where I guess they feel they're better than you now. And so but me, I'm always, if I get a chance, I bring my friends in, or I'll suggest, I got a buddy. I've never felt insecure like that. Yeah. But it happens a lot. And even this is a perfect time. I'm glad you asked this because I'm doing my special. I'm shooting my special June 12th at the Apollo. My last special was 7-8 years ago. Damn. So I'm doing a special because I haven't been approached, but you got a guy like Siddiq. Yeah, who's murdering the game. Yeah. He has a new special out called My Two Sons, which is already almost 2 million, and he puts his stuff on YouTube. Yeah, he's doing it the grassroots way. And I'm shout out to Siddiq, who's changing the game. Yes, sir. And he's murdering. And he's one of my dudes, and he's been gatekeeped, and he's been, and he's talented, man, just insightful, real. These are the guys I hang with.
And you know what I love about him? He take his time. Oh, and that's what I love about Ali. It's like if you went to these other places, they won't give you how you really need to do that work.
And
man.
The fact that when his special starts, he's sitting on a chair. Yeah, you better sit back.
Yeah, I love it.
So
and I love how
my kids, my sons. Yeah, you ever
oh my God,
get tied up and be put in the trunk? No, I'm just saying. You ever? Yeah, he's genius. He's
genius.
Storytelling. Because Ali Siddiq will call me, Godfrey, did you see that video? Godfrey, I ain't got time for this bullshit. I ain't got time for this. Because Godfrey, I was gonna do this. I was gonna say something to it, but I said, let me get. I'm too old for this bullshit. That's my man. He's genius. I'm giving him praise.
Hey, dude, let me tell you, if I didn't do all my damn interviews on camera now, if I would have had you years ago when it was just like interview, they would be like, man, this dude got Jay-Z up there. Come on. How the hell he get Pryor up there?
Oh, yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. But yeah, Ali, so I'm doing my special. I want to give a shout out to Will.i.am, who's part of it.
I love it.
Will.i.am looked out for me. Will.i.am calls me. He just appears, he's AI. He just appears out of the blue. He's like, yo, man. What's up, man? When are you going to do a special? Boom, helps me. He helped me out monetarily. I didn't ask him. He did it on his own. I have some other people. My Rachel Frazier, who's an amazing producer. I got just different people that are backing me up. And I'm shooting at the Apollo June 12th, 9 p.m. in Harlem, where I used to live in Harlem. At the Apollo, the legendary Apollo.
Have you ever did any shows, any stand-up or anything in the Apollo?
Never. Oh, no. I did it when Monique was hosting.
Right.
I remember.
Oh, okay. When she was hosting
baby,
Showtime?
Hi, my love. come on, baby. You know it, baby. You know how we do, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she was hosting. Remember, Steve Harvey and Monique. And I was living in Harlem when I did the Apollo. I was 7 blocks away. And they said, yeah, they want you to do the Apollo, blah, blah, blah. Here's your, time, blah, blah. They do you want a car? I said, no, I'm just going to walk.
Yeah, you walk.
So I just walked to the Apollo. I was watching TV. I was 118th Street, and it's on 125th Street. And I said, no, I'm just going to walk. I don't need a car. Walked over there, put my clothes on, walked over there. Met Susan DePass.
Yeah.
Backstage.
Hello.
The infamous, legendary Susan DePass.
Yeah, I'm working with her now.
And then Monique brought me up, and boom, I did my little 5 minutes, rocked the mic, bang,
and
hugged Monique, and walked right back home.
Man, before we get you out of here, man,
yes.
we did a great Talking Heads comedian edition.
Yes.
All righty. There's one more head that I want to hand to you.
Boy. Here we go.
Right there.
Okay.
And give me a story about this guy. Yeah. Give me a no.
Come on.
You at least got to show the camera.
Who was it?
It was me. Oh man,
Wow.
that was straight hate. You didn't even.
You know what I did? I kept it. Still, I kind of preserved it. So why don't you tape that?
Oh, it was.
Wait, watch
straight.
this.
It was straight
Like I said,
hate.
he did it to me.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did we forget? Huh?
How soon we forget, huh?
Looks like you've been torn apart. Let me tell you something, everybody.
Man,
Yeah.
let me tell you, man. Just looking at this piece right here, you got nice teeth.
Oh,
yeah. Godfrey, thank you for coming into the
Hey,
neighborhood, man.
I appreciate you
and
having
disrespecting me once again.
Always.
Oh, wow.
Oh, what was that?
What?
Oh, my bad.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay.
Well.
Oh, really?
Fight
my
fire
bad.
with fire.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well.
Oh, yeah, this is really going down, huh?
Well,
Look at this.
just your forehead, huh?
Wow. Whoa.
I'm sorry.
Oh, man. Look at that. That's 4 teeth right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, let me go right through these.
Wait
Look
a
at
minute.
that. I'll go right
I hope
through.
you're hearing this.
Oh, you just ripped your ear out, dog.
How about that?
Oh,
Well.
okay. All right.
Well, we just keep.
Look at this. Oh, look at another piece.
Wow,
over here.
another piece. Whoa.
Well, thank you for coming into the neighborhood, Godfrey.
you're welcome.
All right.
This was great.
Yeah, man. Matter
Okay,
of fact, wow.
Well, what are we doing here?
While I'm
What's
at
going
it,
on? What are you trying to find?
This.
Wow.
Jo Koy. Oh, you can rip. Hey,
No, I wait till Joy come back. I'll rip it in his face.
rip in his face.
Godfrey, thank you for coming into the
Excellent.
neighborhood, man.
Thank you for having
And,
me.
no,
as
our
usual.
pleasure, bro. I'll see you next week.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back next month. Ontario Improv next month. The Ontario
So
Improv,
we'll
California.
see you in June.
Yes,
There
we'll
it
see
is,
you in June.
Godfrey in the neighborhood, Big Boy's neighborhood.